The family of the man shot by police in the US city of Charlotte have tonight released video footage of the altercation. The death of Keith Lamont Scott has led to violent protests in North Carolina this week, where we are going to show you some of the footage that's been released. And I should warn you, it does contain some images you may find distressing.
Don't shoot him. Don't shoot him. He has no weapon. He has no weapon. Don't shoot him. Don't shoot him. Don't shoot him. He didn't do anything. He doesn't have a gun. He has a TBI. He's not going to do anything to you guys. He just took his medicine. Keith, don't let them break the windows. Come on out the car. Keith, don't do it. Keith, get out the car. Keith, don't you do it. Don't you do it. Keith, don't you do it. Did you shoot him? Did you shoot him? Did you shoot him? He better not be dead. He better not be dead. I know that much. I know that much. He better not be dead.
Well, there's that footage that's just been released. Very disturbing footage. Let's go to Laura Bicker, our correspondent in Washington. And his death has provoked unrest in Charlotte, in North Carolina. But just put this latest video that we've received now into some context.
Well, it adds to a very confused picture and conflicting picture of what happened during this incident. The family of Keith Scott have always said that he didn't have a gun, and you can hear his wife clearly while pleading him to get out of the car, saying he doesn't have a gun, he has a TBI, which stands for traumatic brain injury, something else that they've always said that he had. You can also hear the police though say put the gun down, and repeat those clear warnings. They too have always said that that's what they did, that officers gave him a clear and repeated warning. What it does do is put pressure on the police force to now release their own footage of this incident. Hillary Clinton, the Democratic nominee for president, has within the last half an hour been tweeting, and in it she called on the police department to release that footage, she said, for clarity and also to try to build bridges. The Charlotte mayor has already said that the footage will be released. They're just waiting for the right time. Well, maybe that right time is now.
Yeah, and clearly then, as you say, pressure mounting all the time on the police department there to release this footage, and that's only going to add to tensions.
Well, the protests last night were predominantly peaceful. Their gatherings were mostly singing and gathering together to try to find a way they shout at the police and shout at the police lines. But it so far last night did not get into the violence that we had seen the night before. What they're worried about is that this will fuel protesters' anger even further, and that anger may erupt into violence on the streets. Already there is a curfew in place, and the National Guard is on standby and was out on the streets last night and is ready to go out on the streets again tonight. The Governor of North Carolina, Pat McCrory, has just been on. He has repeatedly appealed for calm. He says that agitators are coming to the city to cause problems. But the mayor of Charlotte has also said that this is a city that has a history of trying to work together to get through this. But how you work together when these conflicting accounts both say very different things, I think there's got to be a moment where either one or both sides come together and try to find a way forward. But always, as always with these situations, that's very difficult.
Indeed. All right, Laura, thank you very much indeed. Laura Bicker with the latest there from Washington. Now, the city of Aleppo in Syria has come under heavy air attack for a second day after the government there announced a new offensive to